The banks accept the deposits from the public here, and the same amount whatever they received from the public, that will be given to the needy people in the form of loans. Collection of checks is nothing but where we are going to deposit a check in the bank in our account, where the bank is going to collect the amount from the paying banker. With the help of the banking sectors only, in today's economy we have controlled certain things and supported to the society. Warm welcome to 5th Sem B.Ba student. The subject we're discussing banking law and practice. The first unit is banker and customer. In this unit, we're going to learn about the bank and the banker meaning and the general relationship of the banker and customer. I'm Professor Rajesh L.R. from Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram, First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In today's agenda, we are going to discuss certain points of the basic things what we have to learn from this chapter. The meaning and definition of a bank, already we know that one. Again, we are going to update the information. The features of a bank, classification of banks, functions of bank, importance of banks, meaning and definition of a banker, relationship between banker and customer, and general relationship. We are going to discuss in today's session. So, meaning or definition, it may be for 2 marks question. Features and classification may be 10 marks question. Importance or function, it may be 10 marks question. Relationship between banker and customer is a 15 marks question. In your semester examination, they're going to ask you people 2 marks, 10 marks and 15 marks question. So, listen and understand the concept properly, where you can write easily and secure the allotted marks from this subject. So let us start with meaning of a bank. A bank is a financial institution which deals in money and credit. It accepts deposits from the public. That's saying that one. Any financial institutions which are dealing with money by accepting the money from the public or giving services to the public in the form of loan, in the form of credit to them. If they are performing any of these duties, we're going to call them as a bank. For lending and investment, it also performs various agency and general modern services. In present scenario, the banks are providing plenty of agency services to the public or the customers of the bank, like for example, payment on behalf of the customer, investment on behalf of the customer, or receiving interest or dividend or profit from other companies on behalf of the customer, and providing financial advices to the customer, or by giving proper financial advices to them to invest on shares or debenture or bonds or mutual fund, giving the exact or a bit of clarity of information to the investors to invest in a proper sector and gain the benefit from the market. So they're going to give certain additional services for the customer in the present scenario. The definition, according to Oxford Dictionary, defines a bank is an establishment for the custody of money which it pays out on a customer's order. They're saying that when I'm going to accept the deposit from the public, I'm going to repay that one to the customer only when he's going to demand. Means when he wants to withdraw or when he wants to make certain payment. At that time, I'm going to give his money for the purpose of withdrawing or to make any payment. This is the definition what we have. Section 5 of Banking Regulation Act of 1949, it says banking means accepting money for the purpose of lending or investment of deposit. They're saying that when the banks accept the deposits from the public here, and the same amount whatever they received from the public, that will be given to the needy people in the form of loans. The loans may be different category of loans we have here. We'll discuss in the upcoming classes. So they're going to give to the required customers, or they're going to invest this money in the government sector as well as private sector, where they can earn money and give certain benefit to the customers in the form of interest. And the amount is given to the customers on the demand made by the customer in the form of withdrawing that one, either in the form of check or in the form of demand draft or in the form of money orders. So the customer can withdraw the amount from the bank in the form through a check or demand draft or through orders. Nowadays, the payments can be made with the help of online services. Earlier, it was difficult. Now, they have made it easy for the customer to make the payment with the benefit of NEFT and RTGS. The features of a bank here. It deals with the money. Every bank always deals with the money, accepting deposits and providing loans to the customers. Deals with credit. Credit is nothing but providing loans to the customers here. The bank will open an account in the individual name or firm name or company name. This is the other feature. It is not like that. Only the account will be open only in the individual name or firm or company. It is going to open in the name of individual or the firm or the company. Acceptance of deposits. They are saying that when the banking sector or the banking company accept the deposits from the public in the form of savings deposit, recurring deposit, fixed deposit, or giving an opportunity of current account. So they accept the deposits in the form of savings, recurring, fixed, current account, or we can call it as term deposits or time deposits. Giving advances. The banks provide services by giving advances to the customers in the form of overdraft or in the form of loans and other categories. By payment and withdrawals. The bank is going to support the customers to make the payment in the present scenario through online, or they can make the payment by issuing a check to the concerned party, or they can withdraw the amount from the bank whenever they need, either from the bank or through ATM services. Agency and utility services. So the banks are providing services to the customers in the form of payment on behalf of the customer, like mobile bill, electricity bill, rent, salary, or based on the standing instruction given by the customer to the bank, he works as an agent on behalf of the customer. Profit and service organization. So the next concept here, it is going to earn some amount of benefit from the deposits received from the public and give the services to the needy people. Ever increasing functions. Earlier, it was accepting only deposits and lending money to the customers. Now, in the present scenario, every day the banking innovations are not in the form where we can say it is stopped here. It is every day increasing, either in any format. It may be that one. Earlier, if I want to withdraw the money, I have to approach the bank people and then I have to withdraw by filling up a withdrawal form. Now it is not like that. I can use my debit card. I can withdraw the money through the ATM. Now again, it has been updated. Even though I don't have the debit card, I can withdraw the amount from the ATM with the support of cashless debit card withdrawal. That is nothing but through mobile phone, I can opt of withdrawal benefits with the help of OTP. One-time password will be sent by the banking to withdraw the amount from any ATM. And the new services what we have here, if I don't have a debit card or if I lost any debit card, I can approach the postal department employees and request to get the money, and I can draw the money from the postal department by updating the Aadhaar number and withdrawing the amount immediately if I don't have a debit card at the time of withdrawal, or if I lost a debit card, immediately I can approach even the postal department. I can get the money services here. Connecting link. So the bank is going to give a link to the customer and the outsider to have a better relationship, or for the investment, or for other type of services. Banking business. Banking business is nothing but here the banks accept the deposits and gives the money for the needy people in the form of loans. Name identity. Always a bank wants an identity in the form of providing services through financial aspects. That is called name identity. So next we have a classification of banks. The classification of bank, the first one we have here, commercial banks. The main aim of commercial bank is to earn profit. And next one, accepting deposits in short term. It may be 3 to 6 months, and loans to traders, overdraft facility and credit facilities to their customers. This is the concept of commercial bank. And the next bank we have here, either investment or industrial bank. They accept long-term deposits, credit requirements of industries by extending long-term loans, safe and purchase of shares and debentures. And next bank we have here, foreign exchange banks. Foreign trade, main function is to discount, accept, collect foreign bills of exchange and sell foreign currencies to the customers who require. See here, foreign exchange banks are for the purpose of foreign trade, that is export and import trade. Our main function is to discount the export or import invoices, accept the deposits from the foreign business aspects and collecting foreign bills of exchange and providing support to the customers. Agricultural banks are those banks which gives benefit to the farmers in the form of credit, either it will be short-term, medium-term or long-term loans. There are two types of banks here, agricultural cooperative banks and land mortgage banks. Of agricultural cooperative banks are mainly for short periods. So they are saying that one, the benefits will be given for the short term, not for the huge number of days. Savings bank, it is a type of encouragement to all small savers and accept the small sums as deposits, encourage poor and middle class people. Savings bank is a bank where it is the type of deposit where the banks accept the deposits in the nominal deposits also, and it supports for more poor and middle class people, and it makes them the concept of saving money for the future benefits. Next, cooperative banks we have here, helping among the members functions like loans, deposits, banking accounts. The cooperative banks are the banks which supports in the form of providing loans to the customers, accepting deposits, the same thing, savings, recurring and current account or fixed deposit from the customers. Central bank. Central bank is a bank which controls and regulates the financial aspects of the country, like issue the currency, regulate the money supply and control the interest rates of the country. That is a major duty of the central bank. The functions of bank we are going to discuss here. See here, primary functions we have here, accepting deposits is the first primary function of any banking sector here. It accepts the deposits in the form of savings, fixed, current and recurring. These are the major deposits which are accepted by the bank. This is the primary functions, and they may ask you for 2 marks, mention the primary functions of a bank. So you can write acceptance of deposits and 4 deposits you can write here. The next one, primary function of a bank is granting loans, providing facility of overdraft facility only for the current account holders, and cash credit will be given to the customers and loans will be provided to the customers, and bills discounting. Bills discounting is nothing but a promissory note or bills of exchange in accounts where we write bills receivable and bills payable. Those bills are discounted and benefits are given to the customers in the form of getting the financial support from the bank. Secondary functions, as we said, that agency function, utility function and modern function. So agency function is nothing but transfer of funds, transferring funds from one bank to another bank or from one account to another account. Periodic payments is nothing but payment of monthly bills as per the standing instruction of the customers. Collection of checks is nothing but where we are going to deposit a check in the bank in our account, where the bank is going to collect the amount from the paying banker. Utility functions, locker facility will be provided to the customers. Drafts, that is nothing but demand draft to the customers. Social welfare programs like supporting to donate or deposit in certain things. Other utility functions which are increased day by day in the banking sectors, like providing NEFT, ATM services, smart cards, that is debit card. In that one, different types of benefits are given to the customers, internet banking and telebanking. So these are the secondary functions. Under secondary, we have agency function, utility functions, and modern functions. This question they may ask you for 10 marks, or sometimes it may be for 15 marks. So analyze it properly, understand the concept properly, and write in this format where you can secure the allotted marks easily. Which are the primary functions? Accepting deposits, granting loans. Secondary functions, agency function, utility function, and modern functions. Below that one, accepting deposits, savings, fixed, current, and recurring. Granting loans, overdraft, cash credit, loans, bills, discounting. Agency, transfer of funds, periodic payments, collection of checks. Utility, locker, drafts, social welfare, and other utility services. And NEFT, RTGS, ATM, smart cards, internet banking, and telebanking. These are the functions of the bank, where if you write through support of diagram, you'll get the full allotted marks for all my dear students. Importance of bank. Banking plays an important role in the financial life, and the importance of banks can be seen from the fact that they are considered the lifeblood of modern economy. They're saying that one, with the help of the banking sectors only, in today's economy, we have controlled certain things and supported to the society. Although bank creates no wealth, their essential activities facilitate wealth production, exchange, and distribution. See, they are not going to support in the form of creation of any wealth here, but the activities what they are providing support to the customers, through that one, they are in the form of wealth production, exchange, and distribution concept, which changes the economy of the country. Importance of banks are that is nothing but it is for the purpose of business, savings, and advancing loans here. Business is nothing but accepting deposits in the form of money, money's worth, and other concepts. And savings, by promoting savings concept to the customers or the general public and making them to invest or deposit in the banks, and providing loan facility for the customers. Money transfer, transferring the amount from one account to other account, or from one place to other place immediately as per the order given by the customers. Encourages savings. For the mobilization of amount here, every bank encourages all the public to save money and get benefited for the amount saved. Like for example, it says that one, if you have 500 rupees, if you kept that one for 365 days in your locker, in your home, after 1 year, it will be 500 only. The same amount, if you deposit the 500 in the bank, on the transaction of 4% interest will be given for you per annum. That is, after 1 year, it may be approximately 520 or 530 rupees, where you will get 20 to 30 rupees will be benefited for you, the amount which has been kept in the bank. See, if you keep in the home, it will be 500 only, but here 20 or 30 rupees will be increased, which is going to support for you certain benefits. Like this, they're going to encourage savings. Transfer savings into investment. They say that one, first save certain amount in your account, later they suggest you to invest the same in the mutual funds or shares or debentures or bonds, where there is a risk free and where the amount we are not going to lose anything here. But normally the banks give financial advices in a good mannerism and good concept only, and if we couldn't understand that properly, if we have invested and we have lost the money, we should not blame any banking sector here. It just gives an advice to us. It is left to us to understand and invest after making thorough analysis of the investment. Discounting bills of exchange is nothing but discounting the promissory note of the customer and providing financial support for the customer whenever it is required. Financing internal and external trade, it is nothing but for business people who are doing business in the domestic or in the international market. For both the types of business activities, it is going to support in the form of providing loans or financial advices. Acts as an agent, where it is going to collect the amount on behalf of the customer, or on the behalf of the customer, it is going to collect interest, dividends, or profits on behalf of the customer. Issue of traveler's check is nothing but here the banks is going to issue checks, traveler's checks to the customers. Instead of carrying money at the time of traveling, I can have the traveler's check which can be used anywhere, any place in the form of cash only. General utility services, already I said you people, that is NEFT, RTGS and other services given for the benefit of the customer. Meaning of a banker. Banker refers to a person who carries on the business of banking. They're saying that one, who is a banker? A person who is doing the business, banking business activities is called as a banker. And where he accepts the savings, current and fixed deposits from the customers and paying the amount through the checks and collecting the checks for his customers. When is going to do certain services in the form of the deposits of the customer will be made to withdraw through the support of checks, or the banker is going to accept the deposits from the customers in the form of checks on behalf of the customer. They collect the amount from other bank and deposit the same after completion of the transaction to the banker's account. That is nothing but customer's account. They're going to transfer the amount after completion of the entire event. The definition we have here, according to Dr. Herbert L. H. Hart, a banker is one who is one ordinary course of his business, honors the checks drawn upon him by person from and for whom he receives the money on current account. They're saying that one banker is a person who accepts the checks on behalf of the customer and collects the amount from the other bank, that is paying banker. So he'll be called as a collecting banker, and from where the amount is collected, he will be called as a paying banker. So he acts as an agent. So whenever he acts as an agent, it's called as a banker. The relationship between the banker and customer. So here the relationship has been divided into two parts. One is general and one is special. In the general, we have the banker and the customer relationship. It may be debtor and creditor, or creditor and debtor, agent and principal, trustee and beneficiary, pledger and pledgee, bailer and bailee, advisor and client. So there are 7 different relationships are here, so which we are going to discuss in the session. And the next one, special relationship, rights of a banker, right of lien, right of set-off, right of appropriate payments, right to charge, right not to produce books of accounts, right under garnishee order, and obligations of a banker. These are the special relationship what is going to have with the customer. But here the general, sometimes the banker is called debtor, customer is called creditor, banker is called creditor, and the customer is called debtor. And sometimes the banker is an agent and the customer is principal. Banker is trustee and customer is beneficiary. Banker is pledger and customer is pledgee. Banker is bailer and customer is bailee. Banker is advisor and customer is the client. These are the relationship what we have here, and when and how the relationship works out, we'll just check in the concept. Debtor and creditor. A debtor is an entity that owes a debt to another entity. See, we should know the meaning of debtor, so then we can understand the concepts easily. Debtor is nothing but the entity that owes a debt to another entity. Right? See here, according to Sir John Badger, the relationship between the banker and customer is primarily that of debtor-creditor, and the respective position is determined by the state of the account. This means when a banker receives the deposit from a customer, if the deposit is to the credit of the customer, the banker is debtor. When he accepts the deposits from the customer, I'm a banker here where I'm accepting deposits from you. So I'm going to become the debtor and you're going to become the creditor. When I provide a loan to you, okay, so you are a debtor and I'm creditor. When I accept the deposits, I'm debtor and you're creditor. When I provide loan facilities for you, you are debtor and I'm creditor. So this is the concept what we have, debtor-creditor relationship. Agent and principal. The banker is going to be called as agent and the customer is called principal. So when certain standing instructions are given to the banker for the payment or to receive certain benefits from the society. So when he collects certain amount on behalf of the customer, he'll be dealt as a agent. Trustee and beneficiary. Trustee is an individual who is responsible for the property or an organization on behalf of some other individual or the third party. So the banker is going to act as a trustee and the customer as a beneficiary here, where the trustee is totally responsible for the maintenance, performance and profitability. Where I have deposited the amount in your bank, so I have a trust on you that one, the amount will be not lost or the benefits of that amount will be given to me. So this is the concept what we have. So that is why we are going to call banker is a trustee and the customer is a beneficiary. I have a trust on you. That is why I'm depositing the amount in the form of fixed deposit, where the benefits are to be given for me in the form of interest by utilizing the amount properly. And tomorrow, the amount of principal amount, whatever it is, with that interest amount has to be paid to the customer. If the amount is not paid to the customer, there is no trust in the deposit concept in the minds of the customer. Pledger and pledgee. When a customer pledges an article, that is goods or documents, with the banker as a security. When I'm going to borrow a loan from the bank, at that time I'm going to pledge my personal property with the bank. So automatically a pledger and pledgee relationship arises here. Next one, bailer and bailee. A bailer is a person who entrusts a piece of his or a property to another person. A bailee does not have ownership of the property. They're saying that when I'm giving a certain benefits to the banker while getting the loans here, so the bailer-bailee relationship, I'm giving certain rights to the bailer and I'm not going to enjoy any rights in case of any defaults. Advisor and client. The banker is the advisor and the customer is the client here. For the customers, all the banks give financial advisors and inform them which is better and which is not better, when to invest, how much to invest, where to invest, and is left to the customer to collect the proper analysis report before investing any money in the market securities. So in the upcoming session, we are going to discuss about special relation, that's the rights of a banker and banker's obligation. Thank you to all 5th Sem B.Ba students. In today's session, we learned about meaning of bank and meaning of banker and the relationship functions of a bank and importance of bank. Thank you to all B.Ba students.